What is up, F and True followers, wrestling fans, and members of the YWC? I'm JC Styles here with the F and brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com with the TNA Impact Wrestling review for June 28, 2012. Start off the night with a promo package showing the last couple of weeks on Impact between Dixie, AJ, and this new found lady, Carmen, I believe her name is, and we also see a video package of Austin Aries and Hulk Hogan's talking about the decision about relinquishing the X Division Championship. We then move into the first match of the night, which is the Bound for Glory series. RVD defeats Anderson, picking up 7 points. We then go to Austin Aries promo talking. He talks about that at the Destination X pay-per-view, we will see a X Division Championship tournament match, and we will have a new X Division champion at Destination X. Then Robert Roode comes out and the two exchange words, and just as these two gentlemen are getting ready to rip into each other, Roode chickens out and backs out and says, "I'm the champ, I don't need to get into this." We then move into the first qualifying match for the X Division Championship tournament. We see the returning Sanjay Dutt pick up the win over a gentleman who we find out is from ROH under another alias, Rubix. Sanjay Dutt defeats Rubix in a great match. This match was phenomenal. I kind of like his finisher that they had. Was a moonsault into a double foot stamp. I want to know what he calls that because that move was innovative. This match was great. Sanjay looked great like he did years ago when he was first in TNA as the original player from the Himalaya before the Guru gimmick, and just phenomenal. Glad to see Sanjay back, and I love Destination X season because you get to see some great you get to see some great X Division contests, and you get to get opened up to a different. You get to get opened up to more talent. Last year, we were introduced into Jesse Sorensen and Zema Ion and so many others out there. We see some footage of a backstage gut check discussion about Taylor Hendricks. We then move into Samoa Joe picking up a win by submission over Bully Ray in the Bound for Glory series, picking up 10 points. We then see an interview backstage with Claire and Dixie, how Claire was introduced to AJ. She's a longtime friend of Dixie, and this is what got her into this situation, seeking help from AJ and Dixie for her drug addiction. We then move into a X Division Championship tournament qualifier. Rashad defeats Mason Andrews, and really not as great as the first match. This was a little bit slower paced. There were some really good spots. Again, you get open to different style of wrestling. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tanay said that Rashad was known for a little bit of a MMA background, if I'm not mistaken. This is a really great contest tonight. Throughout the night, we see Kaz arguing with Daniels. We see a backstage segment with Kaz and Hogan where Kaz is trying to play off that he's the victim, that he didn't know. Hogan, basically says, "Come on, bro. Come on, Gutman. Daniels made the bed. You guys have to lay in it," pretty much. Kaz was trying to get out of it. He didn't want to be a part of the tag team match. He wanted to kind of get back to where he was several months prior to this whole situation with Daniels and AJ. And Hogan just says, "I expect you to do the right thing. I have another meeting, so if you wouldn't mind, please leave." We then move into the gut check challenge. We see Taylor Hendricks get the contract, but before we hear Al Snow's decision, Taz gives a yes. As Al Snow's getting ready to give his thumbs up or down, Joey Ryan, who looks like the guy from, I think, is the State Farm commercial with the big black glasses and the same mustache, and it's almost the same hairdo. But he's just a shorter version. I think that they took that guy from that commercial and brought him into TNA. But we see it just when you thought Taz was going to clock him, Taz takes the upper hand and just walks away, gets back in the ring. We then hear Al Snow's decision and no. Then in a chance of a tie or in votes, they give Taylor Hendricks a chance to win over the judges one more time, and she says, you know, at one point or another, there was someone giving you guys a chance that took a chance on you, and you were in my position. And then Bruce Pritchard said that she's very green, she's not a well-oiled machine like she should be, but she has heart, and that she has a determination to be in the company, and everything that she's overcome, I think in my mind she was totally deserving, and she got the contract, and I can't wait to see what TNA is going to do with her in-ring wise. I hope that they allow her to develop her into a fierce competitor, because she has the tools to become a Knockouts champion or a Knockouts tag team champion, like she said weeks ago in her promo. We then move into the World Tag Team title match, where we see Claire and Dixie sitting ringside. And basically, I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to cut it short. Story short, Daniels and Kaz cheat to pick up the win and pick up the World Tag Team titles again. Then Daniels gets on the mic and says that Claire looks pregnant to be a junkie, and that the baby is AJ's, and that the baby is going to be a phenomenal baby because it's going to be AJ's. And Dixie's just going irate. She's like, "What? You're lying!" Blah, you know, just yelling and going fierce at ringside. And that's how we end the show. Tonight was a really interesting night. Like I said, I definitely like Destination X time, because you get to be open to so many different X Division stars that you wouldn't know of. Like Rubix, he was over in ROH, Dragon Gate, and Chikara. You wouldn't under a different alias. And you know, the guy had some really great in-ring talent, and I would like to see him come back more often in TNA as X Division competitor. We learned that Chris Sabin is injured. We're going to hear from him next week on his current knee injury. Sabin can't catch a break. His tag team partner leaves. Then he comes back from an injury. His partner leaves. Then he gets injured again. He can't win. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Please stay tuned for more news and updates here at the FM brand. Like always, please check out the official website of the FM brand at FightNationWrestling.com, and all the various channels that make up the FM brand and our social media accounts. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.